The Sea Beast, a Netflix original animation adventure, film directed by Chris Williams, who's also done films like Big Hero 6, which won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature in 2015. And it also did Bolt in 2008. It's a film, if anybody remembers that.
Hold on. No, I don't know. I thought I knew.
But this is not what we're talking about. To tell you the truth, I did not know it came out or even existed. The only reason I found out about this animation is because of TikTok. Crazy how this app did more advertising than Netflix did. So is it because Netflix advertising is at fault for not promoting this animation, or is it just the story not breathtaking enough? Furthermore, is the characters compelling? And is this even a hidden gem, or is this just another tiresome animation that should have just been lost at sea? In order to get these answers, grab your harpoons and weigh in anchor and hoist the mizzen.
On deck, you scabrous dogs! Hands to braces! Let go and hold to run free!
The story starts a boy who is drifting out in open sea where a boat was being attacked by an unknown creature, and that boy was later saved by the most famous ship and crew, which is called the Inevitable, led by the legendary Captain Crow and his first mate Sarah Sharp, who are sailors volunteered outwards on their ship to hunt down the beast across the ocean. And many years later, that boy became known as Jacob Holland, is one of the most famous sea monsters hunters around. And their mission is to hunt down the beast known as the Red Bluster that took the captain's eye along with other sailors into the dark, deep ocean. After being nearly killed during a hunt, Crow tells Jacob that he will make him captain and adopt him as his son once they kill the Red Bluster. After the crew returns to Three Bridges to collect the payment for their latest catch, but first they head to the pub to celebrate on their bounty. Jacob was approached by Maisie Brumble, a young fearless orphan girl who wanted to join the crew, determined to follow in the footsteps of her late parents who were hunters as well, but Jacob refused and sends her back to the orphanage. Then morning came. That's when they finally met the king and queen, which they had bad news to give them, that they will soon be replaced by a naval vessel named the Imperator, Admiral Harnagold, who will carry on hunting down of the sea beast in their place. So Jacob proposes that his crew given one last chance to hunt down the beast. If they fail, their ship will be scrapped down to pieces. And the king and queen accepted the offer, so the race was on. After departing, the crew discovered a familiar face who was inside a barrel. Yeah, no rum though.
The rum!
Yes, the rum is gone.
Why is the rum gone?
It was Maisel. She stowed away on the ship and Jacob wanted to take her back to the nearest port, but Crow refuses because there is no time to waste. Just like that, she joined the crew. And then finally they found the creature and attacked it. The heated battle between the Inevitable and the Red Bluster raged on. Captain Crow believed they had the upper hand because they managed to harpoon the creature with ropes, tying it, but Red Bluster was a lot smarter than they thought. It started to drag the ship underwater, so it was up to Maisel to cut the rope connecting to the Bluster, which saves the crew but lets the Bluster escape, and then throws Jacob and Maisie into the ocean. And of course, Crow was very angry and holds them both at gunpoint and demands Jacob bringing Maisel to him before the Bluster emerges from the death and swallows them both. The Bluster takes Jacob and Maisel to an isolated island and populated by several other beasts. Maisel discovers that the Bluster is not dangerous or violent, and then Maisie befriended the beast and named her Red. Maisie begins to believe that monsters are really not just bad, they're probably just misunderstood creatures, which Jacob denies. She also befriends a similar creature and she also names it Blue, which it was the color of the little creature. After Red saves them from a large crab beast, Maisie convinced her to take them to Rum Pepper Island. so they can secure a ship to return to Three Bridges. Believing Jacob to be dead, Crew slips into vengeful obsession over his desire to kill Red. He seeks out an elderly merchant named Gwen, who gives a crow a poison powerful enough to kill Red, a massive harpoon. While on Red's back, Jacob and Maisie bond with the creature and each other. Jacob slowly grows to support Maisie believes on the beast being innocent. He comes to renounce his ways as a hunter, and they finally reach Rum Pepper Island, but discovers that Harnagold and his crew are stationed there. All of a sudden, Red attacks the vessel, which rains hellfire at the beast with cannons. One of them wounded Maisel, started bleeding actually. The beast crashes into the ship, destroying it, and then Harnagold was there about ready to be killed by the beast. But that's when Jacob intervenes and stops her from doing so. But all of a sudden, Red spots the inevitable and attacks, but is shot with the poison tapping harpoon that nearly kills her, with Crow keeping her alive long enough to bring her to the crown as a trophy. Maisie is nursed back to health, but then imprisoned in her room because she was trying to save Red. And then finally they reach Three Bridges with Red in the back being towed. That's when Blue comes for the rescue and frees Maisel. And upon noticing that the crowned seagull is featured in all the books about sea beasts and their hunters, she realized the crown made everything up. They only wanted power and to extend their rule. The creatures were the only acting in self-defense. In front of a large gathering of civilians, Crow prepares to publicly execute Red before being stopped by Jacob. Crow and Jacob fought while Maisie and Sharp, who begins to believe Maisie's worldview of the beast, as well free Red from her binds. Maisie and Jacob convinced Red to spare Crow. That's when Maisie exposes the crown for deceiving the people and the civilians in the kingdom. The people in the kingdom believe Maisel, and then they finally renounce their beliefs in the crown. With Red and the other sea beasts left alone, Maisie and Blue and Jacob begin their new lives together as a family, and hopefully they'll be making a second one. It feels short even if it's a 2-hour movie. I feel like there's so much to explore, like the Monster Island where Red took Jacob and Maisie, and not to mention where Captain Crow made that deal with the scary old lady. Yet sometimes predictable at times, but these are just a little nitpicks. But there is a lot of good things in this film, like it has a really good animation, the visual effects are great, character designs are unique, like Jacob and Maisie, even Captain Crow. The plot is great, especially when it's surrounded by huge monsters like Red, especially the interaction with Jacob and Captain Crow, like a father figure passing down his legacy, one of my favorite scenes in the whole film. So all that being said, is this a hidden gem? Well, I believe so. Just like the sea, it's vast, so much to explore. Just like the depth in the ocean, you may have come across a ship or two. Overall, you might miss a hidden treasure underneath all that. And Netflix advertising, well, if it wasn't for TikTok, this video wouldn't be made. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and tell me, do you guys enjoy this film or was it bad for you guys? Comment down below and let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.